And we are live. Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to another edition of Porch Time with your host, Kevin Coriel, live from JTH Construction Studio. We have a full room of people and a lot of rookies with their phones turned up.
Bethany didn't tell you that.
It happens to the best of us. We've all done it.
All right. Make sure it was no static.
No static? Okay. We've all done it, trust me. We'll get to our guests here in a moment. Real quick, I'd like to say thank you to JTH Construction. Supposed to be getting a new roof this week, thanks to hail damage. We'll see about that. And this week or a week ahead, so it won't be long. Like and share this, please. This is a very important show tonight. American Basement Solutions, thank you so much. Wellsprings, Reps Fitness, FindHelp.org. All of our sponsors are on there now, too.
What's bonus round?
We don't know what that is. Remember, we keep asking that. Just Winging It, Blandon Boys Lawn Care, and Stid's Comfort Air System, which keeps us cool in here because it is hot out today. I think that's it. Did I get all my sponsors, or are you guys over here just carrying on your own?
We're just trying to figure out what bonus round number 2
I think it's the one where you had to get like 9 billion stars.
It don't show up on here, but it just shows up right there.
I know.
Well, it was 100,000, so.
But that ended though.
It's like it's pinned too.
Oh.
It is.
Yeah, it doesn't show up on here.
You probably did it.
The only thing pinned here is talking about the stars.
Explain to me.
But I mean, you're the one that only pins, right?
Whatever it is, we haven't done much.
We've got like 10% of it covered.
Maybe instead of it showing that, it just shows.
We can look down here. There you go. Bonus round 2. Told you.
Well,
cookout celebration
ended. I believe that ended.
Yeah, I think I did put that in. We reached it. I must have not told you.
I think we said something. About having a big cookout.
Did you see that? Did you see how she worked that in there? Oh, that was me. We're gonna have a cookout. No, we're not. Anyway. We have a very important show tonight. We got a gentleman sitting to my left here. Wesley, how you doing, bud?
Good.
Comfortable? It's nice and cool in here for you?
Yeah.
That air conditioning helps. Corey, how are you?
Good. I'm cool.
I know. Beth, is it cold over there?
Yeah.
Feels great though.
She's gonna pull a Rob Helms, but you ain't meeting there. It's so cold. You can hear him now.
Okay, woohoo!
Woohoo! Thank you, Leslie. Nikki Meade's in here tonight too.
Hello.
How are you, Nikki?
Good.
Madeline, how are you?
Good.
Good.
It showed up down there at the bottom of the bonus. Well, they've
Yeah,
changed
it
all
does.
kinds of stuff, haven't they?
I didn't do it. Beth did it.
So if we get more stars, it's going to keep adding to that.
Hey, all
Oh,
right.
she wrote evening.
She wrote it.
Oh, she wrote, but that's weird. Sorry, go on. Just new things, Facebook ads every week.
Beth, how are you doing? And I get blamed for this. You guys at home think it's me. It's not always me.
Oh, it's Kevin.
Most of the time it is me.
You're
It's
the
always
captain of the
Kevin.
ship.
Yeah. I take the hits. Well, all jokes aside, we're in here for a very, very important show tonight. We have a fundraiser coming up next weekend for this guy right here, who I'm finding out can beat me in all sorts of Xbox games right now. So,
Most likely.
He's giving you a chance.
Yeah, he's most likely. I mean, that means all of them, right?
There's some technical games, probably not, but
You think Kevin would be better at technical games?
I haven't seen him play.
He's giving you a lot of credit.
Yeah, don't do that. No, I'm sure you beat me. Nikki, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on and how we got to where we are here? I know it's been a battle, a long way for you guys.
It's been a long, long journey.
Yeah.
So when Wesley was about 6, he would stay up at night crying. He was in a lot of pain, and through a lot of testing and things, they never really did figure out exactly.
Beth, will you move her mic over just a skosh?
Sorry.
I just want to make sure they hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I mean, I know you're loud.
I was going to say, I talk pretty loud, so. Through testing and things, we were able to discover he had a high infection rate, and it was attacking his joints. They never have properly diagnosed him, just because he is now considered a unique disease. There is no one else in the world like him.
Really?
That's right. They have put him in the World can't even think of what it's called. It's where they send it to every doctor in the world. Database, the world database for any doctor to look at, and nobody has ever seen anything like him. So he is a unique being. So they can't categorize him within a disease area. So they just treat him individually, and a doctor came up with his medication plan now, which is working, which is great, but it was a little too late to save his joints. So that was in 2018. So that was after 8-9 years of his body attacking itself, where his joints had been destroyed. So
wow.
He'd also been on steroids for quite a long time, which made him have necroses in both of his hips. So like the round part that fits into the joint crumbled like a pancake. So those were the first things to go. But I mean, he toughed it out. He played sports.
See,
a lot of people didn't even know he was sick.
Yeah.
The first 5-6 years, people didn't even know anything was wrong with him. He had steroid where he had the moon man face, you know, where the cheeks get big and he kind of got puffy.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, he's never been one to complain.
I remember when I coached Hannah for a few years. He was always around, but you guys had said something, but he seemed never complained.
Never.
And he was constantly getting beat on by his sisters. So
that's very true.
And we witnessed that. So
when Hannah had to get hands off, she didn't like that too much. So.
But he never heard him complain ever.
Yeah,
so.
He still played baseball for a long time. I mean, he stayed on travel teams as long as he could. He played football, did wrestling, did all those things for a long time, and then it just became.
At what point in time did you, as a mom, I know it just crushed you to hear that, but at what point in time did you know something wasn't right, like for good? Early on?
So in the beginning, I mean, they tell you that your son has an arthritis, and every new medication you had to be on for 9 months before you would know if it was working.
Wow.
So, I mean, years would go by so fast. And then at the end of 9 months, they're like, because they would, we are not friends of percentages. I will tell you that. They would be like, well, 85% of patients, have a good reaction to this. So this is what we're going to try. And we would always fall on that 10, 15, 5%. But
because it's totally unique.
Right,
no
but
clue.
we didn't know that in the beginning.
Yeah.
So we stuck with Riley until they basically told us they had no more treatments left. The doctor came in and she was like, I don't know what else to do.
Wow.
They had run through all of the rheumatoid treatments. And like I said, each one took 9 months. So this is years of processing to get through. So, I mean, we weren't going to give up.
No.
We don't take no for an answer.
Right.
So
that sounds like some people I know in here. So
we started going around the country. We went to Mayo Clinic. We went to Shriners. We went to anybody who would take us. And again, we spent 2 months in Rochester, Minnesota, up at the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah.
And we went to head of every children's department there. We had every test you can imagine. I mean, they poked and prodded him in every place you can imagine, and did all kinds of testing, and still at the end literally looked at me and said,
we don't know.
Yeah, we did genetic testing. It's not genetic. I mean, they tested everything. So that was through Baylor. We did Shriners was the same way. Because at that time he was still walking. So that was 2015. He was still walking. He was walking with a lot of pain and difficulty, but he was still walking. And so we came home, still no treatment. I mean, just watching joints fall apart. So like, when this hip went first, the necroses, he started getting pain in the other side. Yeah. And so I called the doctor at Mayo, and she was like, well, just keep me updated. I'm like, that's about the best you're going to get, I guess. I mean, you can't do anything for him, but, you know, so that was really discouraging. When we got back from Mayo, that was a pretty good low point, because we had no path. You know what I mean? We had no answers. We had no nothing. So then we started doing homeopathy, which is like the all natural medication. Mm-hmm. So we found a lady, she's in Oregon. Mm-hmm. No, was it Maine? I don't know.
It was East Coast.
It is the East Coast. I'm sorry. I think it was Maine. I don't know. I never actually met her in person. It was all over. She met us on the computer. She would have like Zoom meetings.
Sure.
And tell us what to do. So we went to a lot of homeopathy. So when he got sick, right before that, he was playing football. He had a bruised foot. He got strep throat and a tick bite all within the same week.
Shoo.
And so that's what they're discussing now, is because we have psoriasis, so psoriatic on both sides of our family. So he had a natural tendency toward autoimmune disease, just genetically. Then he had the virus and the bacteria and all that. So it just created this perfect storm within him. So that's why it's unique to him, because you had to have all these things happen all at once in order to get what's happened now. So when we met the lady through homeopathy, she treated the Lyme part. She gave us a lot of different homeopathic medications, and we did that for about a year. And I mean, he still was losing mobility. By the time we got out of that, he wasn't able, like his joints now.
I think it was first my elbow.
Yeah, it was his elbow
that tightened.
But I mean, he was so sick during that time, he couldn't lift his own arms. We had to like spoon feed him, and like he couldn't get up or sit up. He didn't have any strength at that time. So that was
Thank you, Natasha.
pretty non-fun.
Yeah.
So like we had to do everything for him at that point. But he was laying on the couch, and he just kind of looked at me and he was like, "Mom, I can't move my arm." You know, so what do? You can call the doctor that's going to say,
keep in
let
touch.
me know.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. So we just kind of kept going with the homeopathy for that year. And then at the end of it, I took him into Riley Hospital, and they kept him for a couple nights. And the doctor, she immediately wanted to do steroids again. And like I had explained to her before, steroids do nothing for him.
Thank you, Dan.
Sorry.
You're fine.
He had been on steroids for years with 0 results. And even the lady at Mayo Clinic had said that steroids are just, they don't do anything against whatever this is. So we let him do what they were going to do. Did a lot more testing. And then a Dr. Wu came up with his new regimen. So he's on, there was a time, I'm not kidding you, he was on, because we did allergists, we did homeopathy, we did...
I was going to say, did the homeopathy work at all?
It did, and it allowed the medications he's on now to do their job, because it took care of the Lyme part. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where...
Thanks, Doug.
Lyme disease from...
Yeah.
But see, we had testing. The first time we went to Riley Hospital, we did testing for Lyme disease. What they don't tell you is there's 30 strands, and they only test for 3.
Of Lyme disease?
Yes, he was negative to Lyme. We've tested, 5-6 times? Wesley kept insisting that they keep testing, and they always came back negative, but they don't test for very many strands, only the 3 common types.
So you guys think that was possibly...
Oh, it definitely contributed. I have 0 doubt.
Because I remember you telling me so long ago that the bite, it had that ring around it, right? That bullseye.
Yes, it was on his
He
head.
got bit on the head.
Really?
And
When I tell you, I'd never seen anything like it. So from like here to here had scab. It was one complete scab. Like it was a
From a
major
tick
reaction.
bite.
Yeah. We had told all the doctors this, but again, they kept relying on this one test.
Making my head itch now.
Right?
I'm going to check for ticks.
When I tell you I would freak out when I saw a tick after that, that's an understatement.
Major understatement.
I had one on my leg and I just busted it out crying. Like, you know, I treat my yard now every year, twice a year.
After the tick bite, that's when everything went.
Yeah. But it had to be with the strep throat in order to create.
His system was already worn out
Yes.
when it hit.
Yes. So, yeah, but yeah, we did a lot of different things. We would take, like I said, we went everywhere that would take us. So we tried allergy shots. We did all kinds of things. But
One thing I noticed about him, though, ever since I've known this kid, look at that right there.
he always has one.
Ever since I've known him.
Yeah.
And he was knee-high to a grasshopper first time I met him. And he was always smiling in, and he still is to this day.
He still
Through
is.
all the crap that you've been through because of that, and you're still smiling.
When we went to Shriners Hospital, the doctor came in after we had x-rays done, and he was in awe of Wesley. Yeah. He says, I don't know how you're standing, let alone sitting there smiling.
Yeah.
Because he greeted every doctor with a smile. He would take all the news, you know, how do you take the news that you've lost another hip? You know what I mean? And
right.
He was always so positive.
Thank you, Hunter.
He always kept such a positive attitude. Always has. So he just would move on to the next thing, like, okay, well, what do we do now?
Well, I seen him getting beaten up by Hannah, and he was always smiling, so that's how I know him. So.
Yeah, there was quite a few bloody nose with pillow fights when they were young.
Imagine that. You didn't get involved in any of that, did you?
No, she was too little.
She was too little back then.
She was Wesley's playmate. Wesley was always really good to her growing up. He would always play with her. Hannah was more the mom figure. Yeah. Not much of the playing, but...
This boy never stopped smiling.
She is... I can't even say enough about Miss Dragonette.
Yeah, you haven't been able to speak yet about... you know how old he was. He was in school when this all started. So
sorry, there's so many facets.
Oh yeah, I mean he was school age. So talk about his.
Okay, so 5th grade is when his hip went. So he was on crutches.
And I mean, you say went, it's gone.
Yes.
You're not going to surgically put a new one in. Then, you know what I mean?
We were hoping to be able to do replacements or at least some kind of wiring or anything.
Right.
And like I said, that doctor from Shriners came in and he was like, I wish I could do something. He said, but this particular type, there's nothing we can do. There's no repair. Again, we got one of these.
Because it wasn't really painful. All it was is you just wasn't able, like, it wasn't fully extend forward.
Right, so where the top is, where it would come in, the bone had literally dug a hole into that bone. And so there's no rotation. It was just stuck there. So he would have to walk kind of straight-legged on that side. So.
That was just the first one.
That was the first one. But like I said, when he said his arm couldn't move, is when we went back to Riley. And something happened that nobody warned us could happen. His joints all fused together.
Yeah, all naturally. The cartilage is gone, isn't it?
Not only is the cartilage gone, but the bones grew together. They had never seen that before. So like his wrist, his elbow, so let's see. His vertebrae, 1, 2, and 3, C1, 2, and 3, all grew together, so he can't turn anymore. Or no, is it back? Which way can't you go? Is it left, right, or back? You can go. Okay.
I got a little bit.
A little bit of mobility,
right, but the
not
top
a whole
3
lot. Yeah.
Fused together. He lost his both wrists, both elbows, hips, knees, and his ankles. And as you can see, he lost all of the bones in his fingers. He still has a little motion in his shoulders. He's got about 30%, but we have to do physical therapy to keep that. But as you know, cartilage doesn't grow back. And even if it did, it wouldn't really do us much good at this point because the bones have grown together. They naturally fused. And so, again, that was something new. So they didn't even know to warn us about those types of things to happen. So we didn't know what was happening when he couldn't move. We just thought, that there would have been swelling.
Stiffness in his joints or something.
Because when he was growing up, exactly. Like the bursa sacs in his joints would come out because he would have that big of reactions when he was younger. You know what I mean? So it would just be swollen on the outside. It would push everything out. So we thought that was what was happening again because he wouldn't be able to move them at that time. We didn't know they were literally growing together. So when we got to Riley, they kept him for a couple days. And thank goodness we kept his legs propped up on a pillow at a 90 degree or he wouldn't be in a sitting position. Could you imagine if he was stuck with his legs straight out? If they had grown that way. So I thank God every day that we had that pillow at least.
Yeah.
Because it was trying to rest his hips.
Never thought of that.
Yeah. So, because he spent most of the time on the couch playing. Like I said, he couldn't get up or move or anything. So, like I said, I thank God that he's at least in a seated position so he can sit in a chair. Because otherwise, what would you have done? You know what I mean? So. Yeah. But education-wise, he missed all of middle school. So he went the first week of 6th grade, and then that's when we started doing the hospital travels. And then he just got sick enough where, like I said, he couldn't do anything. So school was kind of out of the question. So he missed a little over 3.5 years. But when he was ready, like I said, when Dr. Wu came up with this new medication combination, it worked. And the surgeons we saw, they were like, it's great, it works, but it's too late for his joints. You know what I mean? There's nothing we can do at this point. When he's 24, when he's past puberty, they're going to start with his elbows. They're going to replace those first. So at least he'll have mobility here.
Nice.
That's the plan.
And what, that's 6 years away?
Yeah.
Yes.
But they can't do anything because you can't do it when they're young, because then you just have to go
Yeah,
back
after everything grows back. Yeah.
So.
Whew.
But he worked really hard. Again, Miss Dragonette, I can't say enough about her.
Thank you, Tyler.
When he wanted to start doing school again, it was all at home, and the school had no idea what to do with him because they didn't have a lot of online schooling at that point. So they didn't really know what to do. But Miss Dragonette, she was contacting middle school teachers, everybody, 8th grade, just pulling books and just getting him started. She didn't care how she started it, but she got him started, and she formed the whole education plan.
How old was he?
I think that was freshman year.
Yeah.
So 14.
So you really didn't try any home learning or anything in a freshman year.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Well, like I said, he was just too sick.
Yeah.
So, but when he was healthy enough, he just went gung-ho. He made up 3.5 years of school within 3 years, including the years he was doing. So he was doing, 8th grade freshman. She got him all caught up. So when he gets all, I don't want to do it, Miss Dragonette
Straightens him up.
That's right. She keeps him motivated.
Take that Xbox away.
Right?
But Tyler.
But yeah, she keeps him motivated and
Just dragging it hard on you.
Yeah. She makes sure I get it done.
There you go. A little motivation never hurts.
she keeps him on track.
Yeah.
He's
not only on track.
He isn't.
He's excelling.
Yep, he made National Honor Society, and
That's fantastic.
he wants to do engineering design. It's computer stuff, you can design things, all that kind of stuff. So
I know. We are looking for new. No, discuss that off air.
Look, you got a job waiting already.
Right. See you in 6 years.
Right. But I heard something in the gist of the conversation before we went on air. But I want you to share with people. You're pretty good at some games on Xbox.
Yeah.
And I know that's really nothing in the real world, but to you, and figuring things out, because you have to refigure out stuff to how to do things.
Yeah.
And you're good at playing games on Xbox, and you don't have. I have 2 full functioning hands, and I don't think you've got 1 full one, do you?
Nope, because I can't really make a fist, so it doesn't close all the way. So what I have to do is, I have to lay the Xbox flat. I usually put it on the arm, and I put my hand over top of it. Use, I think, my middle finger as the trigger. And I think I use my palm on the left stick to move around. Then my thumb to aim. Because I like playing shooting games.
So what you're saying is you figured it out.
Yeah.
And you're good enough to where some of the pro players have even contacted you and wanted you to play with them.
Yep.
What are they called again? Not pro.
E-leaguers.
They're
E-leaguers.
the
Yeah,
E-leaguers.
yeah. That's what Ramy had done for a while. So that's crazy.
Yeah, because I started playing video games when I was 6.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
A lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
He's totally motivated now that he's a senior. But that's incredible. I mean, clearly he's
I like to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
As she just said, he is motivated. He's
Yeah.
not going to let anything get in his way. So, when he couldn't feed himself, he's figured out a way now. We got longer spoons, and he figured it out. And He does not like to be dependent. I can tell you that right now. He tries to do everything without help. He doesn't like help if he doesn't have to have it. So
Stubborn or independent or a little bit of both?
just a smidge.
Where's he
of
get that
both.
stubbornness from? Mom, Dad?
It's dad. It's dad. It's all dad.
I remember I coached one of yours, so trust me, I know about the stubbornness in that family. So we're here. You're in need of some stuff, though.
Yes.
Yeah, take us through that journey.
Hasn't that been a journey?
Yeah.
Everything is, though. I've learned that, you just got to be patient with every new situation because it's going to take a lot longer and a lot more things than you think it's going to take. So, obviously he's in a wheelchair. And for his independence, like when he's in his pushchair like he is now, he can't do things for himself.
Right.
Which he does not enjoy. He has a electric chair that has a toggle and he can go everywhere he wants and he gets things out of the kitchen and he's able to do things for himself. But that's where it ends. We don't have a way to get his chair anywhere else.
Right.
So we contacted a company about getting the Medicaid waiver to have a van converted.
Retrofitted or whatever.
Yeah, so he can drive in and drive out, you know what I mean, with a ramp and all those kinds of things. So we can take that chair with us places. And not only that, but like I said, I've been carrying him for a minute and he's a man now and he's not little anymore. He's a little heftier than he used to be. So, and I'm not as young as I used to be, so I can't carry him around forever either. I'll do it as long as I can. So, when we contacted them, the vehicle we had was too old and had too many miles.
Doug says he would out-hit me on a diamond also. I believe it, Doug. I believe it, Doug. Doug's already said he's going to get, I don't know if you've seen his cornhole boards.
They're amazing.
Yeah, we have a set that we don't even use because I don't even like.
We're gonna have tournaments sometime.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous
They
though.
are.
But he's
Yeah,
going to
such a
donate a
good-
set. He's already contacted me.
Well, thanks,
Wow.
Doug. That's beautiful.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
freaking unbelievable.
They are.
I don't even
really are.
want to use our. I'm like, put that up, don't touch it. Just
Right?
Doug's like, have you used them boards yet? No, I haven't. As a matter of fact. So anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you're fine. So we got the vehicle that they said we had to get because it had to be within a certain year, within a certain mile.
Sure.
But you also have to own the van, so you couldn't make payments or anything on it. So we refinanced the house to pull the money for the van out of the house.
Pay on the van.
To pay for the van. And so then we contacted them, we're like, hey, we got the van you asked for. And then they said, okay, well, you have to go and get to Superior because it's the only place in Indiana that does
what'd you say?
to get an appraisal.
Appraisal done, so they know what to do.
So we go in there and they do everything and we go through all the stuff that he needs and they gave us the price. So then we give it to the place for the waiver and they said, oh, well, we only give 15,000. It's 27, but we can only give you 15. And so Wesley asked her, he was like, well, you guys said this is what we had to have. And she said, yeah, it's kind of a catch-22.
And we're like, could have told me that first.
Okay. Yeah, if we had known that,
You could have taken.
yeah, or, made a different plan, but...
So they're covering 15,000, even though they talked you into a deal that they knew was going to be 27,000.
Yes.
Pretty
Well,
much.
Why would you buy a vehicle that's so old and put 27,000 worth into it?
Right.
So-
Right.
I mean, we get where they're saying you had to have a certain year in mileage, but then how do you not cover what you're saying that you're going to do?
Right.
So that's just kind of left us where we are now.
So you're
Okay.
at least 12
I'm not
grand in the
It's
hole.
12,000, yes, that
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have to come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be going to college next year. Obviously, he can't live by himself, so we're going to be driving him to IUPUI. But in order for him to be able to take his chair,
Sure.
we have to have this conversion. So as of right now, I mean, Martinsville High School has been awesome. As soon as we said we needed a bus, they got one to us.
Thank you, Randa.
And they pick him up and take him to school, so he's got that. But for meetings, for his National Honor Society, I couldn't take him last year. You know what I mean? So there's things that he misses that I'm trying to fix it.
You're doing a hell of a job.
He needs it.
You know
I'm
that,
trying to
and
get what he needs.
he knows that. We all know that. You guys have come a long way.
Yeah.
In a very difficult fight. Clearly.
It's been long.
Yet he keeps smiling though. So that's the saving grace right there.
He's an awesome kid. I tell him all the time. He's my hero. He's good.
So for that next weekend at did we set a time?
1 o'clock.
We're doing 1 o'clock again.
What's wrong with him?
Again.
We haven't done again.
We done.
We haven't done it.
We usually do 12, but we done 2 on the last one. So
Okay, 1 o'clock this time.
We're doing
2
1
o'clock before. I'm fine.
I think 1 will be fine.
I think so too.
So we're starting at 1 o'clock.
Noon felt too early, and 2 o'clock we were all kind of out of it the whole day. It just
But
felt
we've
like
done.
we were all-
Thank you, Kenny. But noon was our standard. I would get up. I would go to breakfast. I would go get some coffee. I'd come back. I'd pace. I'd get nervous, and then
we
go.
gave the extra. No, we always done it on Sunday, but we always thought the church crowd wasn't getting home until
Right, but I mean, you'll bounce around throughout the whole day, different crowds. But that routine that I had.
Okay, now we're doing
by,
1
by
o'clock.
11 o'clock, we'll make it happen.
I'll still go to breakfast with you Sunday
Oh,
morning.
I know. I'm still planning that, but normally by 10:30, I'm pacing because I'm like, Corey, we don't have enough stuff, and
There's
then
Tim, he's on the highway and
he's on his way to
hopefully Lori's driving
south. Yeah. Yeah. He went up and saw his son Keaton graduate in Basic Training Naval Academy.
Aww,
So
that's amazing.
that was pretty cool for him this weekend. So congrats to Keaton. Keaton called me this morning after they left. Yeah, they left. They went to Florida. What are you doing? Just walking around base. I was like, okay. Talked to him for a little bit. He's in good spirits. So,
At least he's in a beautiful place. Florida's awesome.
well, he's heading that way. Keaton's in Great Lakes in Chicago. That's where he graduated basic training. Navy. Yep.
Chicago.
Yep.
Okay.
That's one of the training facilities.
Yeah.
There you go. Dean's making ribs, steak, and chicken for the auction to be auctioned off.
Something new. Ribs.
Chef Dean is
Yeah. Throwing another item in there.
Porch Time will be bidding on that.
Chef Dean. Yeah.
Well, you're already going to have breakfast. You're going to be able to eat that too.
Are you kidding?
Sometimes these auctions last a little while, so we
we
usually get breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We
sometimes.
start around 1, and sometimes we'll go to 1.
Oh, goodness.
Just depends on what we get. And we don't leave till we're done, and everything goes to you.
That's
Maybe not that day, but every penny goes to you.
Yeah, we wait for the money.
And we collect.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes 2 weeks. Sometimes it takes 3 days. But
Next Sunday, Mac, 1 p.m. right here.
yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh, is that the
The
only
only-
training? Yeah, Doug was
only-
in,
so
so
that's
he would know.
the only
I
one.
wasn't for sure if that was their only training facility left. I know they used to have one in Orlando too. So yeah, next Sunday, 1 p.m. right here. You gonna be here?
I will try to.
Come
Maybe
on.
for part of the day, here and there, maybe.
He'll be here. I'll make sure.
I'll set an Xbox up over here on a separate TV if I have to.
We can live stream you playing.
I mean, we got 2 TVs in here that I don't want to talk about, but they were.
Yeah.
So
Want to hear the story?
no, he doesn't.
Kevin was so happy and proud. He went to wherever, Walmart or something, and bought these TVs, these 2 and that one. And I come in and I'm looking at them because they already had them hung up, boxes all torn apart and stuff. Vizio. And I'm thinking, oh, it's right. You're gonna turn this one on or off.
Yeah, we
It's gonna
figured
do
it
this
out.
one, that one.
We figured it
Kevin's
out.
like, oh, it'll be fine. Yeah. How's that working out, Kevin?
Anyway,
Well, yeah, I mean, there you go.
when you
We're
go
not-
click and it goes on, you're like, oh, off,
no.
on, off. So yeah. What happened to the other days where you program this remote for this TV and that remote for that
But
TV?
An auto does it for all of them, though, right?
Oh, I know. I can be in the bedroom and change the TV in there, and then all these will come on at once. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, Mac, more than welcome, Mac. You know that. Dean's making rib steaks. I will be purchasing lunch from Dean's Bar and Grill. Extra rack of ribs for the PT crew. Thank you so much, Megan and Dean. Mac said he played football.
Yeah, yeah.
They closed Florida. I didn't know they were closing both, Doug. Thank you. Josh said I'll bring him down.
Aw, Bennett, we love him.
So, sounds like you're going to be here, bud.
Josh is forcing you to come.
He's trying to come get them ribs.
Right? That's what Josh is coming over.
Do you like ice cream?
Yeah.
Well, I might have contacts with the person that makes some good ice cream not far from here.
Okay.
And we'll see what we can do. If you show up, if you don't.
Can you get some for me too?
No. No, we can get, what's up? There's Kathy and Brad Fox. They will hopefully, she makes some delicious cupcakes.
Yeah. Cinnamon rolls last time.
Cinnamon rolls last time.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to cook.
Kathy, whatever you make, you know that.
Brad can help. Whatever.
Yeah, Brad just stand there and cheer her on.
She's asking what do you need.
I'm not. You just
Those cinnamon rolls were insane.
maple bacon cupcakes.
Sunday 29th.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and she makes some with rum in them or something too. Yeah,
She did one time. I
I think
remember
she-
that.
yeah.
the maple bacon.
But the cinnamon rolls last time were great.
So that's what we're wanting to bring. We're wanting people to donate baked goods, yummy stuff. Of course,
Gift baskets if they want to.
we'll never pass up on the lasagna. Tammy makes a lasagna that is insanely good. Gift baskets. If you guys want to do a gift basket, Brad is not allowed in the kitchen when I bake. He don't care as long as he gets to eat it after. I guarantee
Sorry,
it.
Brad. I
Good man. Gift baskets, gift cards from businesses. Of course, Colts merchandise, things like that. Things that you guys know will sell. And of course, we need you guys to be on here to help hit our target. So you guys know the deal. You come through for us every single time. Sports tickets, right? Tim's on that. You guys come through for us every time, and
I want to thank you for having us on.
it's no big deal. We have fun.
It
with
is a big deal.
I've known you guys for a very long time, and
There we go.
we could start a fun for West to kick Kevin's butt next. No, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of a show that would be. It might be.
It might be embarrassing. Yeah, when I take the controller and slam it to the ground and walk away, I think you'd find joy in that.
You might have to let him win a couple if you guys do.
No,
like an Xbox
don't do
off or
that.
something.
I don't know. Beat me, you beat me. I'm not. Don't give me no gifts.
What games do you play?
Oh, maybe
Putting him on the spot.
I know. Maybe Fortnite. 4 years ago was the last time I.
I like playing Call of Duty.
You play Call of Duty? I've played Call of Duty. I'm horrible. I couldn't even get past the on screen. Probably.
Oh.
I'm horrible. It used to be you had to blow on the game to get to work, and you jammed it in there.
Those were the best though.
And you put it in, and then you didn't have to do all this crap,
There
and
was
you just
4 buttons.
you played. That was it.
2 buttons.
Now you got to go enter your name, your ID, your mom's number, your social security number, your dog, what your favorite game is, and what your uniform is, and what kind of weapon you have. I'm like, dude, let's go. And you got to do all that setup.
Yeah.
Now, the race car games we used to do that. I used to like that, doing the setups. But now, no, you can't.
Play a little bit of racing games.
Do you?
Yeah. I played The Crew too.
Now we might be talking. I might get you out on the racetrack. I mean,
What's the soccer ball?
That's what I was gonna say.
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Oh yeah.
no, I've never heard of
Devin
that.
loves that game.
Devin does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like soccer with cars.
Mm-hmm.
Love this family. Some of the best people around. I agree with that, Craig.
Oh, we love you too, Craig.
We don't. You don't have to embarrass me. I embarrass myself well enough. So I know you beat me at everything out there.
Is that why we talked about the TVs, or why did we bring up the TVs?
I was talking about hooking up.
Oh, could we
You probably could.
bring his Xbox? You got your Xbox. Hook it up.
Oh wow!
So you guys right here live on.
That
No,
would
we
be-
might
while
have
we're
to bring
doing-
some more competition.
Play zombies and get me carried.
Yeah.
That's
I'm decent at zombies.
That's not funny though. I remember the last game I played called Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
My nephew had it and Dalton had it, and they're like,
There's our all the way across the world.
"There you go, an Xbox." Yeah, she is actually in Australia, friend of the show. Xbox off, so yeah, we could have a competition. But I had played it. They said buy this, we can play it all together. It was during the winter. I said okay, I get it. So I throw it in, and I'm playing it, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just riding around the horse out in the old west, and I'm like, this is cool. And the screen, there's this dot, and I'm seeing this red dot, and it's coming flying at me. I'm like, come on, horse, let's get out of here. And this dot's chasing me all the way across the damn screen, and I'm like, who is this? All of a sudden, this dude comes out of the brush with the lasso, lassos me, drags me all the way across the board, and leaves me. And I'm like, what did I do?
Was it another player?
So I get back on my horse. I'm like, okay, I've got no food, no ammo, no nothing now. So I'm going to go bear hunting and get me food and stuff. And I'm out in the wilderness. Here comes this red dot. I'm like, the screen. It's like way over here, and this dude's flying. Drags me all the way around the board. Kills me 1,000 times. It was Caleb, my nephew. He calls me halfway through it, dying laughing. Dude, you suck. I'm like,
Thanks for the ammo.
I don't even know what I'm doing. And my guy's just destroyed. So
He picked you out.
yeah, they set me up.
Yeah, he was punching on you.
Yeah. So that's how good I am at Red Dead Redemption.
I wasn't allowed to play that game.
Really? I'll give it to you because believe me,
He was younger at the time. And I had game standards for when he was younger.
I just wanted to ride around the wet. You're in the mountains and some of the sceneries. I mean, it's actually amazing that they do with it. But I'm like, I didn't realize I was going to get.
Yeah, games have come a long way.
Yeah, well, duck hunt and stuff like that we had to suffer through.
Dude, that's the best game.
That was the best.
An Xbox off. That's funny, Chad.
Aw, I have
Hello,
a whole family
Michelle
in Iowa.
from Iowa.
Yeah.
Where at?
My dad's whole family lives in Iowa. Oh gosh. Yeah, Parkersburg, Davenport, Grand Rapids.
That's what's amazing about this. Doug's north of town. Shaz is in Australia. No, she's in Australia.
Okay.
Michelle's in Iowa. And Kenny lives 2 blocks from me.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's whole family lives in Iowa.
On the duck hunt. That's right. Yes. The gosh darn dog.
When they laugh at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
When you miss the duck, yeah.
Yeah, when you miss that.
Oregon Trail was the business in school.
That was.
If you got dysentery, the minute you got to Illinois, you died.
Yeah.
At least I did.
Everybody got sick.
Yeah.
Everybody
I made
was
it.
sick.
What are you talking about?
I never made it.
Made it all the way.
My people wanted to kill me when I got
You
to
played at
Mississippi.
No, I don't remember.
You made it?
You never
I
You never
never knew
played-
anybody who made it.
It was always a fun game to play.
played Oregon Trail?
I don't even know. I don't.
It was in school.
It was on the old IBM.
What about you, Wesley?
Yeah, the floppy.
I played it.
Where'd you play it?
I played it in Brooklyn
Maybe Beth
School.
was in the accelerated classes.
Yeah.
And we,
Flop-
Yeah.
we were kind
Yeah,
of
floppy disk.
We were in the.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Josh says hi, Nikki, West, and Maddie.
I did it.
Yeah, the old Oregon Trail.
There.
That was the best.
Dysentery.
Yeah, we lost kids all along the trail.
Oh, my-
Kids died left and right. Animals.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody got sick.
Don't drink the water.
Right.
So I was thinking. So, Maddie, do you want to say anything? Do you want to talk about your brother or about anything you'd like to say?
Put her on the spot, man.
What do you guys say about your brother?
I don't know. You might want to bend this and bring it a little
yeah.
closer to her.
So you're fine. Don't be scared. What do you have to say about your brother? What do you think about him?
He is very stubborn.
All right.
Good job, bud.
But he's very fun to have around, you know? Ready to play games with him. Beats me a lot, though.
He's not gonna let you win, right?
I think so.
He let you win?
You let her
let
win
me
sometimes?
I don't think so.
No?
I won sometimes.
That was
He
a
let
very
you win.
that was a very measured answer there.
Right.
So I don't think so.
Do I let him win? Probably.
Oh. I'm feeling you just won your last game on Xbox.
He's a very good person, though.
Aw. Yes.
Got anything to say about me, Wesley?
Nope.
She's not giving a compliment without giving
No.
it back.
We've established that.
And how old are you now, Maddie?
I'm 12.
12. So 7?
Yeah.
7th grade. Okay.
So the year she was born was the year he got sick. So she's never known him any other way. So she's been a trooper through all of this because she missed a lot of school when we were traveling. And she had, again, Mr. Agonette spent summers with her, catching her up on her reading because she had fallen behind.
Right.
So, yeah, she had to miss a lot too. And she's a real good student now. And said Missy, she's made my kids work and do the things they need to do. So she's really stepped up, and she's an awesome teacher.
It's good to have that
Awesome.
support, you know.
Yes.
That's
And
a
she makes
blessing.
me feel that way. If I need anything, she's right there.
Right.
So, yep, she's really good about making sure they have what they need.
So he's going to IUPUI.
Yep.
What you going up there to study?
I plan on studying architectural design.
Do you like that?
Yeah. I've always liked to draw.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
He
But-
still does.
Does he
Again,
really?
he's figured it out. He still draws.
But right now in school, the architectural drafting class, it's kind of difficult because it's supposed to be like on paper. I can't really do it on paper. You have to use like measuring tools and
So you're good at online on
Yeah.
drawing on. That's. You ever think about working in CAD or anything like that, or
see.
CMM
My
stuff?
teacher has been letting me use AutoCAD.
Yeah.
To do them.
Because you can get in a lot of stuff there
Yeah.
as far as engineering, as far as aerospace companies and automotive, and
I know last year we used Onshape.
Yeah.
Do like 3D stuff.
yeah. I took some digital radiography courses, and a lot of it was through stuff like that on screen, to where after you took the image, it was all there, and then you had to do all that, which I have no business doing that. I knew the X-ray part of it, but that was stuff that I had to learn. That's not easy.
The teachers have been really good about adapting things for him.
Yeah.
So they just got that where he can do that on there now instead of on the paper.
I also know the school has changed a lot for the accessibility into the school.
They have been awesome. They put in more wheelchair, like handicap buttons for
Sure.
him. I mean, they have really done a lot of work to make sure he can get where he needs to go.
I think he just wired himself and make it happen anyway. If you give him 10 minutes.
Right.
Well, the only part is having to get through like the vocational area. Because I have to have somebody open the door because they don't have that converted yet.
Right, yeah.
But he couldn't even get into the school, like the other doors, and they
Mhm.
fixed all of that now for him. So.
That's awesome.
And the first fire drill was fun. They didn't know what to do with him because he was upstairs and he can't use the elevator.
Oh, that's right.
So they didn't know what to do with him.
Lean that wheelchair back. Let's go. That's when you need that 5-point harness. Strap in.
They have a plan now, but
I bet they do.
So
I thought there was a ramp. One of them didn't they used to be a ramp on one of them, like a no steps one side.
But they got it's almost like a
I think it's called a stair climber.
yeah. So it's down the stairs, but he would lay on it, and then it goes down the stairs.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds scary.
Oh,
Yeah, they asked me if I wanted to test it out. Like when we were training for it. I didn't accept it.
They're sour. Yeah, I would just fire that elevator up. Let's roll.
It looked bumpy.
It's 2 floors. Let's roll.
he showed me a picture of it. He'd be literally almost upside down going down
What?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look fun.
Look at that.
It's like a carnival ride or something.
It kind of looked like it.
Is somebody in a blue
Because it
jacket
wasn't like
running?
tires, it was like it had like 3 legs.
A barrel or something?
Yeah, like track legs, aren't they? The tracks, and then they roll the legs go down the stairs.
At least they're doing something. I give them credit there.
Yes. Oh,
But let's
no.
move to Plan B, because Plan A sure as hell ain't working.
Get a couple football players.
Right.
Carry
Just
you
grab a
down.
couple, get a
Yeah.
couple football guys and say, hey, carry me down the stairs. Fire drill. Grab each wheel, pick me up.
I think if I can do it, they could get somebody to do it.
easy.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to go into the elevator during a fire drill
Right.
or a fire.
Right.
But when I'm panicked and I need to get out of there, I'm going somewhere. Trust me. If I have to open the door and jump down the shaft, we're going somewhere.
Because I think they turn off the elevator.
Yeah, they do.
What time?
Kevin, what is the best time to drop? Be Saturday morning. Or excuse me, Sunday morning.
You getting?
Sunday morning. We'll be here minus breakfast Sunday morning, from 9:30 on, 10 o'clock on. Give her,
What time is breakfast?
We went pretty early last time.
8:30 last time. Yeah.
7:30 or
You don't
yeah.
go, so
Yeah, you never joined us, so
Like this morning, you're like, breakfast? It's like, I have to be,
Well,
has to be planned.
I had
Right.
to choose a different location this time. But I know it'll be all right. Southview should be open
yeah,
because Burton Lane's gonna be closed.
it was open
It's
today.
just- yeah.
I'm getting text message. No.
I don't want anyone to think we were complaining. The school is, like I said, been doing awesome, making sure he has everything he needs.
I was just told that we should wait till you see the design on the boards that Doug is doing. It's freaking awesome.
Okay.
So, pretty cool. Anytime Sunday morning, you know, if we're not here, Kenny, you know what to do. Yell at me. Beat the door. He gives us a cash box too, by the way. Don't let me forget that. Kenny bought us a cash box.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Very nice of him. Thank you. And at some point in time, Dave brought it, and I didn't hear the doorbell. But they don't understand when I'm on the other end of the house. I don't.
Yeah, it's a long way.
You have a long,
very long
corridor
house.
type house, so.
Yeah, and people knock on the back door, and I'm like, "Why didn't you answer your door?"
Yeah, I know, Katie. I live out there, so I know. I
didn't even hear the door being knocked on.
Just try to make it easier.
Baked goods from. Yeah, baked goods from. Now I bet you she could make some pretty cool stuff.
You just have to overnight it.
She said that she will send stuff here for us to sample on air from Australia, but we have to send stuff to her in Australia.
Okay.
And we'll Zoom her in.
It still sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, and we'll Zoom her in.
What are we going to send her?
How about just like
they don't even have Reese cups there.
How about like a bottle of sand from one of your beaches?
Yeah.
Just send it over here, huh?
They have sharks, so anyway.
It's all right. Big sharks over there.
We can discuss what she has some different foods that we like, Vegemite, whatever that is.
I've heard of it, but I
Shrimp on the
You're gonna start catching heck from her. Trust
me. She gives you.
Yes, she does. Y'all are in for it. Wasn't me. I'm working with Wesley here. But she said, yeah, we can.
That'd be awesome.
She'll send us a box of goodies to sample on air one time, and we'll Zoom her in on stuff that we send her.
Okay.
So I thought that would be cool to do it.
We like food.
And we're not afraid to eat.
We're not afraid.
We'll tell you if it's bad too, right on air. So, but
then you could be world cuisine people.
Exactly. Right? We're expanding our culture to the bottom half of the planet and behave. Yeah. So yeah, next Sunday at 1 p.m. right here, we will start.
I know. Michelle's got her Beats on, her headphones.
Oh.
Jazz will. Oh yeah, Michelle can hear everything. She listens to our show with Beats. If you guys ever have trouble listening to our show, do like she did. Buy a set of Beats, and we can be in the other room, and someone will say something, and you'll see Michelle. I heard Billy in the other room. Boy, you best. So yeah.
So Beats are good then.
They pick up a lot of things.
Okay.
Some things we don't want to know. So.
My technology kids.
You got you know all about Beats, don't you?
Yeah, I had a pair of earbuds.
Did you? Yeah. There you go.
It broke after a while.
He uses them more excessively than most people. Like, he used them all the time.
Well, because I was sitting in the front room. I didn't really want them listening to what I was watching.
Right.
And have his privacy.
I understand that. I respect that.
Plus, there's other stuff going on, so you'd be able to hear what
focus.
Yeah.
Ignore us? You didn't want to be part of that?
I mean, I was there till Sunday night.
Right?
Okay. So, anything else you're interested in studying up at school?
Not really. I haven't really thought about anything else.
Yeah.
I'm trying to focus on one thing.
Yeah. That's good, though. It's a good thing to get into.
He still works after school, too. So, like, he does the full day at school, and then he comes home and does English with Miss Dragonette 3 times a week. So, he's still putting in...
Valerie from Florida.
6 extra hours. Wow. On top of what he's already doing to make sure he got all of his credits in time to graduate. He was graduating with his original class.
Wowzer.
So.
That's after missing 3 years.
Yeah, a little over 3 years.
That's awesome. Valerie from Florida. How are you, dear? Person deaf, that's why they're amazing. You have access to occupational therapy to help with access in school.
So we did occupational therapy, which is more...
Physical part of it?
Yeah. But his joints grew together, so it became redundant. There's not much... He's not going to gain any more motion.
Movement, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely... He did physical therapy, occupational therapy for years. Long time. Like I said, he was determined to keep moving as long as he could. So.
But there's no fear of anything else locking up on him, correct? Are we right in saying that?
Again, we get one of...
There's not really much other things to get locked up. Because
I'm gonna move you over here.
Because there's not. Because
you win. You're You're gonna be right here. Okay. Sunday you're here and I'm gone. I'll get you a dirty blue shirt like I wear.
No, I guess my vertebrae or
Yeah, I mean, you still have most of your vertebrae. And like I said, motion's still in his shoulders, thank goodness. So we try to hang on to that as much, but they can't tell us how long that will last or if it will.
I'm not answering or asking any more questions.
You got put in your place a little, didn't you?
No, it's good. We're all good. Well,
So,
they're not breaking the spirits, that's for sure.
no.
Not at all.
No.
And he's focused and he has goals and plans, and I guarantee he's going to meet those.
And he doesn't, you know, like he said, he hasn't looked too far ahead because he tries to stay focused on what he wants to get now. So he's
That's
very
awesome.
good about accomplishing what he wants. He makes sure he does that. So I'm sure once his freshman year he gets in there, he'll have a whole plan made out.
Oh
He'll have
yeah,
everything
oh yeah.
together,
He'll figure it out real quick once he gets to college.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee it.
That's awesome.
He'll sit and contemplate things. So say we go into a doctor's office or a school place and they're asking all these questions and he's like, I don't know, I'll get back with you. And he'll just sit, and by the time he gets back to them, he's got everything measured and set out how he wants it. So he's a thinker. Thinks through.
So I'm just going to ask this.
Okay.
You had to pay $27,000
Just for the conversion.
just for the conversion. How much would a new van have cost with that was already set up to be converted?
It was like 60 grand.
It's
Okay.
60 to 70,000.
So it doubled. So you're telling me all these vans that are out on the road where the thing pops out and the wheelchair, and those are $70,000?
Well, I
all of
think
them?
they get more help than we do.
Okay.
Because we are a middle class family, we don't get as much
Okay.
governmental help. We have to get waivers, which is a separate part. So
Yeah, I'm just adding up years in my head, and he's going to be in school for
you
a
don't
while.
want to do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just.
Yeah.
Well, let's be realistic. 3 years from now, when he's still going to school, it's not like he's not going to need the van.
No, this will last him.
Are you sure? How old is the van?
19.
It's a 2018, but it only has 30,000 miles on it.
Okay.
We don't buy, try to buy a brand new.
We tried to
Yeah.
get. I mean, we tried to get where we could afford it. Pull it
Right.
on,
No,
and
I
then
understand
still-
that. That's why I was like,
yeah.
wait a minute. What year van did they tell you to get, and how long can that last? And
Right.
or do
But
we
this
need to
is
move our target out
designated-
even
That's why
further?
we didn't buy something older, because then we know.
It's designated for him. This is for his purposes.
Okay,
so,
100%.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I asked that because I'm sure sooner or later that would have been asked at some point in time.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And like I said,
Because, I mean, my next call is a Skillman or somebody say, look, we need a van.
then you're getting in.
I don't care.
it's
We're
crazy
not
how
afraid to
much-
get told no, trust me, in this room. And we've been told no many a times, but at least we would have asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, once he gets motion here, we're hoping that he'll be able to drive himself one day. So hopefully when he gets his elbows back.
Look at that
the
smile.
Again, it's a determined thing. He's a
That's
Then I
determined
can play
kid.
with both hands.
Yeah.
Then the world is in trouble when
Right.
he gets both his hands back. But I mean, he used to be right-handed. He had to learn everything left-handed. Not only left-handed, but not be able to.
Partial left-handed.
Right.
Yeah, writing was a difficulty.
Yeah.
But determinedness over
We're
there.
okay with
I can't
how it
even clip
looks.
my fingernails on my right hand with my left hand. I'm just throwing that out there.
I
That's
was
a pro.
okay with my left hand. Like when I fractured the.
Yeah. So when he was pitching in baseball, he fractured his growth plate. It just popped.
And so in the meantime, I was just throwing with my left hand because I wanted to.
Because he's just good. Because you're just that
He was
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports, he was
Yeah,
amazing.
he was really good.
He really was. It still
We
aggravates.
had a
his
pretty good. He
sister.
had a pretty good teacher ahead of him. That Hannah was pretty good.
Oh, but they were very competitive.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And she still gets sore about how good he was because.
You put her in her place, didn't you? But
Mhm.
there you go.
Well, because she kind of lost the competition of wanting to do things.
Yeah. Wow. Hi, Nikki. Great job, Wesley. All your hard work. Let me.
Then see what she puts
Oh,
there.
sorry.
I can also. She's awkward. Reach out to Skillman. I would have. I think that we're good on the van, but I just wanted to double check before we went any further because I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, but like I said, this should last him for
Okay.
as long as need be. Because it's another 6 years, and then he'll have mobility
Of his arms.
Right.
There you go. Yeah. When he play Xbox, both hands to be unstoppable. I've been told no. I just keep getting no responses, but I keep looking. There you go, Dan. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, we never accept no or I don't know. We
Well,
just
that's
keep pushing. So.
Dan, you had on the show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From the Eagles.
Yep. Dan was on last night.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. I apologize. He beats me like. There you go.
He beats Craig
You
a lot.
got like a lot of people you beat in Xbox,
I
and
do
you
like
wanted to
playing
throw me to the wolves, didn't you? Yeah.
I told you we're probably gonna have to ship somebody in.
No,
It'd be kind of sad.
no,
the
I'm not
first, like,
doing
20
that.
minutes.
I'm not doing that, so. Well, next Sunday at 1 p.m. we will be live right in this room and do our normal. We ask for baked goods, sweets, zucchini bread, nut bread, lasagnas, stuff like that sells. Dean will be making ribs,
We're gonna switch out.
steak, and chicken.
I'm sure some baked potatoes. and
We've
stuff.
we've already seen that Kathy Fox is going to be making some stuff. Who else was on here?
If somebody wants to contact Tammy McClary. And
Tammy
see about
McClary
that
for another lasagna. That
Yeah.
was stuff.
Yeah.
It's a bad week to be going on a diet, Kevin.
You guys are making me hungry.
Oh, you have no
No,
idea. This
no.
place
Once
will be a
the
madhouse.
smell,
Yeah.
All the smell from Louisville.
Then the next day, the smells different in here, but
Really?
God, Kevin.
it is what it is. Is that this Sunday?
Yeah, a week from today.
A week from today, yes.
August 29th.
So it'll be 1 o'clock our time.
It's going to be Monday
It'll
morning.
be 3
her time.
a.m. We start 3 a.m. your time.
Yeah, wake up early
But
Monday
when you
morning.
wake up, yeah, we'll be into it. I will definitely help out. I will ask my cousin
Right.
about lasagna.
So
Michelle's
it's like noon her time right now, then, isn't it?
they're like, it's what time is it here? 8
It's
p.m.
Monday there.
It's 10 a.m. Monday morning there.
That's crazy.
2 hours and a half, or 14 hours. Yeah, sorry.
All
I
right.
think I ran
Well,
into you at Kroger when I got back from Mayo Clinic, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 a.m. There you go.
Someone shoot me a message. Yeah, I will.
Zombie times. I don't remember much
I
of
will,
anything.
Kev.
We'll
I'm
remind
sure.
Kevin to shoot you a message. Oh, it's Tammy Tammy must be Michelle's
Yep.
cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Monday morning there. How's Monday going so far? So I know whether to get up or not to even go into work.
Well, it's going to be hot here, so
I
it doesn't
know.
matter.
But they're in winter, and where she's at, the winter's like 30 degrees or so, and that's it.
Where is she?
Nice.
Oh, I'm sure. It's not that cold, is it?
Oh.
Like it's slow, but okay. I want to say the far southeast corner, but it's actually southwest because you're going west. I don't know. There you go, Newcastle. There you go.
North, southwest.
It'll be right here online, Craig. Right here on this same bat channel that you're watching now. And I say bat, and I shouldn't, because if I have a bat in here
Watch
tonight,
out.
I'll freak out.
My mom has a bat
East
in her house
Coast.
right now.
Your mom has a bat. Don't tell me you jinxed me. I'll get one tonight.
She gets
It's-
them all the time.
Really?
It's
She
just-
lives out in the
yeah.
country, though.
We get him in our
I-
fireplace
I
all the
know.
time.
No.
Don't find her where
No.
You're like, well, she lives in the country.
But I mean, there's
though.
lots of bats out there.
Bats everywhere.
2 hours north of Sydney. There you go.
Oh, nice.
No, I don't like bats.
I don't like them either.
I was online and one
invite
buzzed
them
my
in. They just
face
come in.
while I was live.
What?
Yes, in here.
Yes, he does.
He's a little over.
He's got one.
I'm not over dramatic. There's footage of it. There's live footage of it. We were in.
He's got one. He just don't know it.
It'll desensitize you.
I'm gonna ban her from the site forever, Chaz. We were on. It was in that room, and they were constructing this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I look up, and this thing goes right past my eyes, and I was like, oh my gosh! So I get up, I'm panic. We talked about earlier kicks in. And I want to run outside, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm live. So I go back, I'm like, I gotta go. Shut everything off, and I go outside.
Sorry, everybody.
I sent Timmy a message, thank you. Yes, Leslie knew. So I'm outside and I go, wait a minute, I just left. There's like 50 people online. And so I was like, I gotta go back live. So I go live on my phone. So, and then we get the bat scrambler over here, Billy, and he takes care of the bat. But for an hour and a half, I had almost 100 people. Don't.
There's a picture.
Don't.
Oh my god, that's great.
Don't. Don't.
You guys see the picture?
Oh, you have to see this.
Don't show that online.
Don't scroll. There may be some other pictures there. It's not good for the eyes.
So anyway.
Those are the eyes of. Ooh.
That's like, oh, something just flew by me.
Yeah. The bat comes in there.
Billy said that too.
There you go, Rob. The bat comes in there because he wants to be a the goal.
It's cold.
Yeah. So I always tell the story because the night before we had people in here about the contaminated soil.
Rob wouldn't want to be in here right now. It's 65 in here right now, Rob.
No, don't share that. We're not sharing that.
Feels good.
So yeah. So the night before we had people in here talking about the contaminated soil.
Yeah, down in downtown.
Yeah, here. So for like an hour and a half, I had 30 people. The next night with the bat, I had 100 people for an hour and a half wanting to see me die, basically. And I still get chest. So every time I say bat, I'm like,
that ain't a bad picture.
Oh yeah, it is. It's horrible.
It's great.
That's just you realizing I'm getting something else is in that room with you.
But it doesn't end there. So we opened it after an hour and a half. We finally got it to fly outside and go away. And I thought, my bat troubles are gone. I'm good. So like 2 months ago, I'm laying in bed.
You have to think it got in the house somehow, though, the first time.
Yeah.
So this next one.
So I'm laying in my bed watching TV and playing on my phone, and it's like 1 a.m. and I'm like, something just buzzed past my head, and I look up and there's a bat flying out of my room as it completely dove past my entire
had to move.
length from head to toe, and out the bedroom and out into there.
There's Keaton.
Just Keaton, all the way up in Chicago.
82.5.
He is a sailor now. He said his they have no air conditioning in the room he's staying in right now.
Oh,
82.5 degrees.
It feels nice in here, Keaton.
Keaton, congratulations, buddy. Very proud of you.
Yes,
yeah, we're all proud of you,
congratulations.
Keaton.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
And you call anytime like you did this morning, buddy. Anytime. You know that. Very proud of you. And you know what? This winter, you won't be complaining about that 82.5 degrees.
Be, yeah.
No, he's getting out of Chicago. He's going to Norfolk, so he'll be fine. Yeah, so yeah, it buzzed my entire body. So the bat scrambler come and got that one, and now we had to part ways with the bat because he wasn't paying rent, so that bat's gone. We're just going to put it at that, okay?
I'm telling you, if I'd have saw one in my bedroom, I would have had to move or something.
I almost had to clean my sheets, so you know what I mean? I don't like bats at all. At all.
We do have mice, as Madeline pointed out.
Mice happen. I mean, they especially coming up this time of year when they start.
One crawled into Mom's bed and you could hear her.
Oh my god! Running and screaming. She forgot the screaming part. Oh
Well,
yeah,
a-
I would have crawled right in bed with me.
A bat is just a mouse with wings.
Right.
I mean,
Oh, Wesley's had one get in bed with him, and he just goes, "Mom." And I walk
Well,
in
it
there,
ran
he's like,
away.
"Hey, there's a mouse in the bed." Like,
It ran away.
no big deal.
no, well.
I just
It
saw
has
it
air
crawl
conditioning, but it
past.
doesn't work too well. You know I will, Kevin. Thanks, Keaton.
He needs a bat house. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's what
Yeah.
what's his name? Or
Bat scrambler.
no,
Yeah.
the actual
Tim? What was his name? Yeah.
Trapper Tim. I
yeah.
couldn't get to Trapper part. Trapper Tim said he'd put a bat box out here for me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know, I'm ignoring her.
I have one.
But I mean, you're just inviting
That's not-
more
that's not
bats
sold.
to the area.
Doesn't it just encourage them to go in the bat
To
house
live
instead
there.
of your
Yeah,
house?
they just live
And then
in the
they have
house.
Mosquitoes and stuff outside
Yeah.
your house.
Yeah, and then when that hotel's full, they're like, didn't our friend used to stay there? Yeah.
It's a nice area. We're all moving.
Yeah, next thing you know, I'm on live in here. Yeah. Rude. Next fundraiser, pet bat for Kevin. Overcome the fear. No.
Still hasn't found that doll though.
Did you name it the mouse right?
No,
That's awesome.
we wanted that mouse's name to be gone. I don't like that.
My dad has
See?
bat boxes and they work. Bats are great. They eat mosquitoes and stuff. Flew over from yonder. Yeah. You guys on the bat stuff. Drop the bat stuff.
You brought it up.
No, I said something about a bat, and I looked at Beth, and I knew it was coming. So, and Shaz wasn't going to let it go either. I guarantee it. And Michelle wouldn't either.
Great. We'll have to watch that particular episode when we all go home.
It's on there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find it.
Well, you were here, so it had to be.
It was before this studio was made, so it was been almost this time last
about
year.
This time last year.
Super, super.
A year. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. LLC page was made by then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably about this time last year.
You sure you were live on LLC? Not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good.
When he was live in there.
Oh,
Because we lost our accounts.
valid point. I was a bad boy in November.
No, we weren't. We didn't do anything.
So you still have this then?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I'll be fine
We
because
made
I still remember Halloween.
We made the.
Beth and I are a great team. Don't encourage either one of them. If you give them the house,
I was thinking you'd done the LLC like end of 19, so you should.
Yeah, we've had the LLC forever, and it carries on to that.
Okay. Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you put the bat house? Yeah. You put it out there on your chimney, and then.
But what happens when they fill up?
I don't think they fill up. There's not that many around here, right? Or you just think they're all going to come from all of Morgan
You buy-
County?
I mean, like,
you buy a second one?
I know. I mean, then you got like Bat Hotels.
Yeah, you buy a third one and a fourth
Bat
one.
condominiums. And if the runoff is going to Kevin's
That's just
house.
what you'll be known for then. You'll just be Bat Kevin of
That-
You like bats?
Probably not.
There you go.
That
Almost
there's the
Wesley.
bat house,
I don't
Mom.
like
Haven't had a close encounter with them.
Yeah,
Owls,
the
yeah.
moths I'm good with.
You're good with mice?
Nah.
100% not.
They don't have wings.
I don't. I know it's only this big,
Yep.
but I feel like it can eat me.
Yeah, that's the bat that was in my house room was about that big, and I
There's
knew
no
it was
It was not.
It's not this big.
bat Kev.
I
The
saw
thing was
No,
this
no,
big.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
this big.
No, this thing could have dragged me out of my bedroom. I will tell you a story about a mouse.
Oh my God.
I don't think I want to know about it. You have a very mischievous look at
I
your
was in
eyes.
my library,
Okay.
taking care of business, reading.
Oh, I'm like,
Oh, that like I was like, where's the library in this house?
Not here. Not here when I lived out in the country in Cloverdale. And there was a bathroom kind of off-side house, and I got home from work and wanted to take care of business and sat down, and a mouse ran across my foot while I was taking care of business. So it was two-part good there. I booted the mouse through the bathroom without the door, and it helped out in certain situations. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. That was kind of weird. That's
You probably should have shared that story.
but mice don't bother me.
I don't know what he's going to say.
It
We
flew right
don't.
past his head. It did. The bat did.
Sometimes we need to have
I was
some
on
input
air.
here for
Leslie was
this
on
mic.
air with me when the bat buzzed my eyeball. So
Well, there was 90 some people on with you
no, not
after.
Yeah, and they were
And
all
everybody
dying.
started going, get on Porch Time and watch Kevin. There's a bat
Kevin's
attacking
getting-
him.
If something like that happens on Sunday, it's every man for himself to get up that door. I'm just warning you. Bring
I
your one with,
guarantee you he
bring
would
your
be the
chair with the
calmest one
toggle.
I wish we could.
I thought it landed on your phone, but it was one of them.
All right, we got to get out of here. Tomorrow's a work day, school day for all of us. So next Sunday, 1 p.m. right here.
All right.
You guys, please tune in. Bring your stuff here, just like last time.
She shot pop out her nose.
Right. If it has to go in the refrigerator, bring it in as close as you can to go time. We do have space. Please join us. Please bid. Let's hit our target on this and help this family out. And thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
No, it's my honor, pleasure. Love it. Love this little guy. He's always had that smile ever since I've known you guys. And that's been a while. Been a while.
It's been a long while.
Yeah. I had to put up
We
with your
can't
older
date ourselves, Kevin. You can't say
I
that.
had to put up with your older sister for like 3 years.
She's not here, so we can talk about
Yeah,
it.
she's infamous for the karate chop on the way to first base against the number one team in the state that we ended
Uh-huh.
up winning. I still remember that. So.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't teach her that. So
She was a good football manager.
thank you,
too.
Dan.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, she loves
Yeah, she was a good girl.
Yeah.
She's a heck of a teammate.
She's a wonderful person.
daughters
Same-
loved her.
Same class as Nolan, my youngest.
Yeah.
So
Oh, she helps me all the time.
Good girl. You have a good family.
Yep.
All right, guys. Anybody closing comments? Anyone? Wes, you got anything to say?
Nope.
Nothing?
Don't think so.
Okay. CB? Beth?
No.
No.
Nikki?
It's excited for Sunday.
Let's be here next Sunday. Yeah.
No? Nobody.
Have a nice day, people.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There you go. All right, guys. Tomorrow night we don't have a music show, correct?
Mm-mm.
Next weekend. Next Monday we kick back the third show
You know, it's
of
always,
Stars Search.
It's always after an auction.
Right,
So the last,
right.
I know. We keep
Night,
doing
Leslie.
The
that.
last Monday we
We were talking about that today. We'll hit a dry spot where we have absolutely nothing, and then
Yeah.
4 days of it's just pure hectic. I'm like, what are we doing to ourselves? Anyway,
It's the third auction in a row that we do
Yep.
it the day before
Yeah.
Star Search.
and guess what I got following that? An audit. So yeah, that's just the way we go. Is that not?
that wasn't
No,
October.
no.
You've not
I have to
What I
turn it
thought you
in.
said too.
I have to turn it in prior to 30 days. So guess what? I'll have to turn it in the 1st of September. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a mess.
Lucky us.
That's the way we do it. We have an auction.
Lucky us, I said.
I know it. You guys are ready
Because
for
he's
that.
always a grouch when
I
he's
know.
going through
What do you
that.
mean I'm a grouch? All right, guys. We need your help next Sunday. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Try to behave. Shaz, thank you as always. Michelle, Dan, all you guys. Love you guys. We will see you soon.